record before I forget. All right, you guys, I am going to run through really quickly just a few announcements that we have. Today is July 22nd. As you're hopping on, make sure that you mute yourselves just so that there's not a ton of background noise. But want to just give a few announcements before we get the call really started. You guys, summit tickets are still on sale for $150. Coming to New Orleans, my hometown, next year. So make sure that you get your tickets. Don't wait to get them now. Make that commitment to go to Summit next year. Make it a non-negotiable in your business. Sell 3 challenge packs, you guys. Help 3 people change your life, and that ticket cost is covered, right? Use your promo codes. If you're an active coach, which I'm assuming that every single person on this call is probably an active coach, you received an email from Beachbody with 3 exclusive promotional codes to hand out to your potential clients, to your potential coaches, that give them $10 off of any challenge pack that is $140 or $150 or more. So it gets them $10 discounted price. So make sure that you are using and taking advantage of that. Jess actually, right before you all hopped on, said that she posted about it in her stories and had 2 people sign up with her within the last like 20 minutes just from her talking about those promo codes and giving those promo codes to those people, right? So make sure you're taking advantage of that. If you're not at Success Club, if you haven't helped at least 3 people this month, you're not talking about those promo codes enough, because if you are actively talking about it, if you are actively sharing, there's no reason why you can't help 3 people. And then the last thing for my big announcements, our Super Weekend is this weekend, you guys. It's an open house event. So this is the first time Beachbody is putting on like more of a educational open house about the business, where you can bring a friend with you to a local event in your area. Just Google Super Weekend Beachbody, you guys. They all have a map which gives you access to all of the Super Weekend or open house events that we have going on. And go to one near you. You guys, I know some people are like, well, the closest one's an hour away. The closest one's 2 hours away. Make the drive. It is imperative that you get to these events, you guys. I know this has nothing to, like, this is just kind of a fun fact, but Jess signed up. Jess, I keep saying Pizzola because you have to change your name on your resume, Jess. Jess signed up, you guys, as a coach because she went to the Super Weekend. Like, that's the reason why she signed up. So, you know, getting your friends, getting your family, getting yourself there is a huge opportunity for you to grow your business. So make sure that you get to that event. Jess, do you want to take this one?
Yes, I will. Guys, this is awesome. We just want to say, like, if you are on this board, congratulations. I want to highlight Steph and 18 Success Club points. You're killing it, girl. And so many people that are up there. So, so you guys know, you know, 3 people, that's the jam that should be the absolute, you know, bare minimum that you go for. And so obviously, you know, helping 5 or more people every month is going to be amazing. Not only for the people that you're helping, but it's a great way to minister to your own family by bringing in some income as well. You guys know that, but we just wanted to say good job. I know that there's so many people on our teams here that are in the gray there and in the pink box. So congratulations. And if you want to, go ahead and use the chat to shout out your friends because you're killing it. Cool. What is next, Miss Jess? Okay, Diamond Dash. So you guys know that we're doing a Diamond Dash with some other superstar teams. So proud of you guys for being in this. And we just wanted to highlight your names of the people that had signed up to be a part of it. So you guys, this is a big deal. The fact that you have this opportunity to be a part of this is a really big deal. I just kind of went live in Choose Joy Dynasty the other day, just talking about how I can't even tell you how many coaches I meet that are like, man, I just wish that like we did trainings or we did, and I'm like, do them yourself, you know what I mean? But I still think it's just so incredible that we have the opportunity to join and link arms with other amazing coaches and to give some guidance and training. And the truth is, guys, for this Diamond Pot, you know what you're doing, you know what to do. So just get out there, invite, and just have fun with the training. Have fun with it, but let it definitely motivate you to move your business a step forward. So great work with that. And then, woohoo! Okay, Jessie is in 3-star qualifying with you, Florida, I can't talk. Fit.
Florida Fit.
Thank you. It's like a tongue twister tonight. Girls, so way to go. You guys are on week 4. And then that brings us to our speaker tonight, Miss Lauren. I'm having like these random flashbacks of Lauren and I like singing back and forth to each other on Messenger because we are both vocalists, and Lauren actually is the front person in her own band, which is really, really cool. And she, of course, is a worship leader as well, too. So I'm going to get into her stats in just a moment, but just to kind of set her up, I know she's talking about belief tonight. And I just really personally wanted to encourage you guys. Last week, I was just coming home from Summit when we had a fun team call where people got to share some highlights. So I just wanted to, of highlights of Summit, I just wanted to let you know that my number one takeaway, and some of you may have seen this in Choose Joy, but my number one takeaway this year from Summit was something that I heard literally on Thursday morning. So it was like before it even began, but it just rang with me the whole time. Christina Delgado said that she had gotten to a point in her business where she realized that she was just playing not to lose. She wasn't actually playing to win. And that was very convicting because I think that it's so easy to like kind of get in this funk of like, well, I know what to do. I know what's just going to cut it. Even if it's like that last minute, I know what to do. But are you actually playing to win? Are you actually giving your all and really living up to your complete full potential? Because I think that that is going to be something that changes the game, not just in Beachbody coaching, because it's really not about Beachbody. It's about life, right? Like this is going to change the game and what you do. And so this has been on my heart. And then I go and open my devotional today and I look, and the whole thing is called Nothing to Lose. And it was just, again, like more and more convicting about like, I got to play to win. I've got to play to win. And so I want to encourage you guys with that. Just the little prayer that it came out of today, like at the end, it just said, Lord, I refuse to sit and do nothing. I choose to get up and step out in faith, trusting you to perform miracles ahead of me. In other words, saying, you know what, God, wherever you called me, I'm going to go because I know you're going to line my steps. I know that you've got a plan. And so I'm just going to trust that. It's not about my ego. It's not about if I fail. It's not about my pride. It's all going to be about where you lead me. And so I just wanted to share that with you because I know Lauren is just going to like go right into belief and it's going to be powerful. So let's talk about this powerhouse, amazing girl who above all is a mama. She has a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old and is a military spouse to an incredibly successful lieutenant and husband, military pilot. She has been a coach for 7 years. She has been a top 10 coach. She's a 15-star Diamond Million Club SC legend. And guys, get this. She's an SC legend for 85 months. So she has basically has hit Success Club every single month that she's ever been in this business. So sometimes people are like, well, you know, at the beginning, you're signing up family and friends, you know, whatever, then it can get harder. No. Lauren has done this every single month of her business. I love that. She gets to send her kids to school debt-free, which is a pretty big deal. And then, like I said, she is a vocalist as well and a baker for fun. So I thought I would just add that in because I kind of love it. Anyway, Lauren, go ahead, take over. And guys, get out your notebooks and pens. I'm sure it's going to be really fun to listen to her tonight.
Hey, well, thank you so much, Jess. And Jess, that makes it easy. Thanks so much for making that super, super simple for me. I only have to remember one name. I will ask you guys one thing. I know you guys are rock stars at team calls, but could you meet yourselves? I know Jess is over here like a rock star trying to find everybody been watching her. But that would really help me because I have ridiculous ADD and I will go off and not be able to find my way back home if I'm like, ooh, music, ooh, babies. So I want to start it off with, I'm a quitter. And it's not something that everybody knows. But when we're talking about belief, you have to know the whole story because I don't want to be a fake. And I don't want to sugarcoat any of this for you. And I will say that as Jay was talking, I'm over here like mind blown at what I wrote down right before this call. And you're going to be like, what? Just to show you that God is in all things. So that's just a little, put that away in your pocket for a second. I was a coach in 2011, signed up because a girl I went to college with, she's 4 years older than me. She didn't really know me. She just know that I had been sharing P90X with people, and I didn't know that you could like be a coach or do anything with the business because I was using P90X because it was flaming hot in Del Rio, Texas, where we were stationed. And I just couldn't even fathom running outside or getting up at 4 a.m. to go run and leave my babies by themselves when my husband was gone. So I dusted off the DVDs, pushed all of the sofas back, and I was like, you know what? If I'm going to get a workout in, it's going to happen this way because it's 9,000 degrees outside, and I'm not going out there. So my running buddies started to see a difference in me, and I was just like, oh, I've just been doing P90X. So they all ordered it, and I was like, sweet. And so then we started doing it together, and then it was comparing our workouts, and then it was organic. It was natural. I didn't know you could do anything with this. I didn't know you could be a coach. Well, she has been a coach for 12 years, and she found me on Facebook through mutual friends and was like, you need to be a coach, and here's some Shakeology samples. And I was like, in the drawer. All right, what am I doing here? And I became an emerald like that. And then my husband deployed again. We had just moved to California. I was very lost, and I didn't get it. I didn't understand it because all I thought was you have to sign up a bunch of people and you get to Emerald, and then if you lose it, your world is crushed and you're worthless, and what am I even doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't get it. I didn't understand that there was more to the business because I hadn't taken the time. Plus, I didn't believe in myself, and so the minute my husband deployed, I was like, I can't do this. And of course, my coach was like, okay. And so I quit November of 2011. Now, Stephanie is either a wicked genius or she just forgot, and she left me in her team page. And I saw everybody, I would occasionally see things pop up. But what really got me was after my husband came back from his deployment, he said, hey, I know I told you you were going to move, and I know you just gave up your musical teaching job. I was a music teacher, by the way, to 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. I taught the recorder. I have special jewels in my crown in heaven. That's right. Special. So I had given my job up. I loved it. I did musicals with the kids. I got to teach them all sorts of fun things. I was the crazy music teacher. It was a joy and a blessing, but I made no money. It was basically, you know, I just volunteered my time and then went to Target and spent way too much money and drank way too much Starbucks, like 3 times a day, $12 a day to stay awake. So long story short, he came home and said, we're going to stay for another year, and pretty much you're going to drive us crazy if you don't find something to do. So I don't care if you work at Starbucks, go volunteer at the church, but please find something because you can't sit still. That was June of 2012, and I just happened to go on Facebook one night and saw a friend of mine that I sang with at Baylor University talking about how it was the first time she'd been away from her boys, how she felt like this is exactly where she was supposed to be, most inspiring people she'd ever been around. She finally felt like she had a purpose, and I was like, what are you doing? Where are you? She didn't say Summit. She didn't say Beachbody. She said all the things that I needed. She was talking about community. She was talking about getting out of your comfort zone. She was talking about having a purpose and a passion. And she didn't really talk about fitness either, but she said all the things that I was needing. She filled in the missing pieces of what I lacked my first time around as a coach. So I became a coach, much like Jessica J, because of an event. It was Thursday of Summit. I signed up that day. I asked my husband, do you think I could go to Summit tomorrow? And he was like, I feel like you should be there, which I'm not a spontaneous person, by the way, so that's not me at all. I just felt like I was supposed to be there. And I'm getting to the belief part, I promise. This is the first part of me believing that I could do something that was out of my comfort zone, that was a calling within me, and that had a deeper purpose. But I didn't understand that deeper purpose just yet. So I went to Summit and I was there a grand total of 24 hours, and I heard and saw all the things that I had been lacking. It wasn't about hitting an emerald rank. It wasn't about Shakeology. It wasn't about samples. It wasn't even about P90X. For me, it was about the community, and it was about something bigger than myself and connecting people with solutions that were literally life-changing. So that sparked something in me, and I left that place on a mission. And Stephanie gave me my marching orders, and she said, okay, you need to hit Success Club, you need to get to Emerald, and I knew what that was. And then you're going to be in charge of it. And I was like, what the heck have I gotten myself into? I don't even know what this is. That was probably the best thing ever, to jump in and get to know people and get to know my community and not have all the answers. Because the old Lauren would have what-ifed this thing to death. And I needed to have everything lined up, and I needed to have all the ducks in the row, and I needed to be in control. And this was something I couldn't be in control of, and I had to learn along the way. Now, backtrack a little bit. If you're in the military, or if you're any kind of environment where you don't really have a choice as to where you live, or maybe your job, or the duration of that location, or anything, you'll understand kind of where I am. My husband is this big thinker. He wanted to plan. He wanted to talk about our future. And I couldn't even see past 2 hours from now, because I did not want to be disappointed or sad in the outcome. I didn't want to wish for something and then it not happen. I didn't want to dream about anything and then be told you can't do that. And it just happened that that's how our life was. We would make a wish list of places where we wanted to go, jobs that we wanted to have, positions we wanted to fill, assignments, all those things. And then we would wait for someone else to tell us if it was a go or a no-go. If you could stay for 2 years, maybe 3 years, or maybe less. And so it was all very up in the air, and I stopped believing. I stopped having dreams. I stopped allowing myself to dream. And so belief is something that has not come easy for me, you guys. And it has taken baby steps, and it has taken showing up in areas that give me passion, like helping someone, like going to that person who said, I would really love your help. I don't even know how to start. And connecting them with a solution and giving them my time and my energy, and then seeing them flourish. And then the belief started to multiply on our team, in my own family, because, well, Chris was like, yeah, this sounds good. I think he was like, great, there she goes again. Because I've painted shoes. I've made diaper bags. I've made baby clothes. I've done all the things, but I've never committed to anything long term. So I'm pretty sure my entire family rolled their eyes and thought, oh no, what is she up to? What is she going to quit now? Because that was my MO. That was my history. So for Chris, the belief started in week 5. In week 5, I got my first legit paycheck, because week 1 was $29. Week 2 was 0. Week 3 bumped up to 100, a little bit over 100, then 150, and then 180. And then the 5th week was when I started a challenge group, and I filled that challenge group, and my check was over $500 for 1 week. Now, I told you I got really bored, and I went off and I would go shopping, go to Starbucks and go to Target and use the charge card, and I had racked up quite the debt for my family. So the belief for my husband was, she's doing something that can help us. She's doing something that pays our car payments. So belief for him meant she's doing something that is fulfilling to her, but it also is helping our family. And it had to work both ways, right? You can't say, I'm all in to help my family, and then say, but I don't think I can, rank up and hit these big things like diamond and not maximize this opportunity, right? Now, maybe you're on a different perspective of that, but I think you're going to make the most of this opportunity. And so you help as many people and you grow your team and you make the most of it and you earn the most money. So I got to diamond as fast as I could, 72 days. And because there was a little competition going on our team and I'm a little bit competitive. And that was back when you could earn the Success Club trip by hitting Success Club in 9 months of the year. But if you hit Diamond in 75 days or less, you could earn the trip with only 6 months of Success Club. Well, I joined in June and I hit Success Club every month. So December rolled around. I didn't know it. I didn't know I'd earned a trip. I didn't know any of it. Somebody had to tell me. Belief for me kept growing because I was just doing the simple, basic things that I was told to do, but they were also bringing me joy. Like helping another one of my coaches get to Diamond, like celebrating together, like having calls like this and seeing people get excited, like having a challenge group and celebrating a 30-pound weight loss and celebrating a woman finally being able to get pregnant after trying in vitro a few times and it not working. And she gave up. Belief was in the action and in the results. And it started to grow and grow and grow. And you collect these stories, right? And I believe because of what I felt, what I've seen others do, what I've seen others do that have gone before me, what I've seen others do on my team, in my challenge groups. Belief doesn't happen just because I'm like, I'm going to need some belief here, people. I'm going to need to read a book. It has to happen in you. It has to happen by action. It has to happen by you experiencing it. And so it took believing in what I was taught and what I saw. Because guys, the people who've gone before us are not just blowing smoke. They're telling you what works. They're giving you all the answers. And they're making it super simple. I think we make it difficult for ourselves and complicate it by thinking, okay, there has to be more to this. They're not telling me all the stuff, right? They've got some secret they're not telling me. Nah, no secret. Seriously, the more that you show up in this business and the more that you find joy in it, the more that it catches on like wildfire. And people see that in you and they want what you have. And they come back to you because you're encouraging, you are a light to them, and you're motivating all the positive things. So again, I haven't even looked at my notes. You're so proud of me. Like, I don't even know if I'm even on track. I'm probably like way off the mark here, but because the page keeps turning and I'm just like, it's not working for me. So anyway, that started to happen and it started to just snowball. But it's because we were seeing things and experiencing things that was emotional response. And because I got to do something I wanted to do for a while. I didn't have to get out the Visa card once. We didn't have to go into debt to do it. And Beachbody gave us money. Like they gave us a gift card that we never even got to use. And I was like, I did this by doing something I love. And anybody else can do it. That was the coolest thing, was everything was a surprise. And everything was like, oh, what, I earned something? That's so cool. Because I wasn't doing it for that. I wasn't doing it to get to that point. I was doing it because it was so much fun and so like fulfilling. So really quickly, one big turning point that is, I made a very big mistake in the beginning. I looked to my coach to give me belief. I bugged the crap out of her. Excuse me, I'm going to clear my throat, and I don't know where the microphone is. There you go. We had weekly calls, and the only time that we could do it was right after I dropped my kids off at school. So I'd sit in the parking lot, and I would park my car, and I would get my phone out, and we would talk, because that was the best time for her, and I was in California, and she was in Texas, so there's a 2-hour time difference. So I will never forget complaining and whining about how this is hard and how I didn't know if I was doing everything right because I needed that validation and I wanted someone to tell me good job. She hung up on me. And I was mortified. I'm pretty sure I sat in the car and cried because that's just what I do. My team knows that. A lot of them are here. They can be like, yeah, she cries a lot. But I cry because I'm happy. I was like, I can't believe she did that. I'm coming to her and I'm asking for her advice, and like it's the best thing she could have done for me because it sent the loudest message of, this is your business. I am not here to feed you. I am not here to give you all the answers. I'm here to support you, but I'm not here to be your emotional punching bag, and I'm not here to fix it for you. I figured out very quickly that nobody else was going to be my success but me. And I probably said that totally wrong, but nobody else was going to want this as much as I did. Nobody else was going to work as hard as I did. Nobody else was going to do it for me. And I couldn't count on anybody else to give me the answers because I was going to have to figure that out for myself in a way that made sense for me. I had to build my own belief and not ask somebody else to put it in me. I hope that makes sense. And it was like a huge aha moment for me. And I'll never forget going back to Stephanie and being like, you remember you hung up on me? And she goes, yep, you were annoying. And I was like, well, that's true. She was going through a lot of stuff during that time, and I was a little bit selfish too. Let's just be honest. She just found out her dad had brain cancer, and I was complaining about business. Like, how selfish was that? And she was like, I can't deal with you right now. Click. Hey, thank you, Stephanie. It was the biggest kick in the butt I could ever had, and it propelled me on to not need her, but to find out for myself the answers, because we have all the answers available to us. So that right there was those were my marching orders, so to speak, to go off and build my own belief. Now, belief. I've had a lot of people invest in me because they've seen how hard, if you're willing to work hard, this company naturally rallies around you and they will support you and they will show up for you and they will invest in you, right? Have you seen that? I think a lot of us have. From sales representatives to our own mentors, to our own coaches, to other coaches. And belief in me was instilled, like I said, through action and by seeing other people go ahead of me, but also Beachbody started to pour into me. And I had one amazing person who was a godsend who said, I want to work with you. And he made me show up for calls. He made me get on the phone face to face, and he made me believe in myself. He made me see that I could do anything that I set my mind to. He made me see that this was possible. He made me see that dreams were only as big as I allowed them to be. And he made me set goals, and he made me go after them, and he made me believe that they were possible. And I hope that you have someone like that who believes in you that much they will not ever let you fail. A good friend, a spouse, a best friend, a coach, a success partner who is like, I don't know the bull crap that you're telling yourself, but you need to believe what's true, and you need to believe that you're amazing and you can do anything you set your mind to. So that was pretty cool. I will say that I've gone through, like Jessica said, some very up and down moments. I'll never forget hitting top 10 and not knowing what it was, and not knowing what that meant or what a big deal it was, and feeling so lost and less than. I did not fit in. Who the heck was I? I didn't belong here. Those are the lies I was telling myself until someone said, you absolutely belong here. I loved it. That was our theme this past year in Summit, because everybody belongs here. And it was one of those things I had to get over. So we're going to go through those ups and downs in our business. We're going to go through those times of, oh, I missed a goal. Oh, well, clearly it's not the right time. No, it's absolutely the right time for you to take what you've learned and apply it to your comeback. It's absolutely the right time for you to pick yourself up and keep going. And so I saw it again just today or yesterday from a friend of mine. We get, and I've used this with my team, so don't roll your eyes. When you're pushing something up a hill, a car, because we can push cars up hills because we're awesome, right? So when you're pushing a car up a hill and you have to do it steady, you can't run. And you exert all of this effort and this energy to push the car steadily up the hill. And then maybe you trip and the car rolls back on top of you. It takes twice as much energy to push it up again. But if you're steady and you trip and you catch yourself and you keep going and you keep going, you're going to get to the top a lot faster without as much energy than if you just stopped and let everything you've worked for tumble back over you. So that belief is something that you've got to grow and you've got to build over time. Next page. Really quickly, I wanted to say I'm reading a book called 100 Days to Brave, and we're going to do it in our challenge group because hello, 100 Days to Brave and MM100, how perfect is that? So every chapter is something about courage, bravery. God is who he says he is, and you can have complete 100% faith in that. That you have bravery inside of you, and it takes 1 second of complete insanity to be brave. All of those things, 100 days of that, which is pretty cool. It's a great book. I totally I recommend it because it's just a really short devotional. But today was so good, and this is what I wrote down from what Jessica. Well, before I even heard what Jessica said, it's in you. Hold on. I missed the page before that. You have to build belief in yourself, not because it's in you, but because we are created to step out and be brave and not rely on our own strength, but rely on his. We have belief in us because we were created by this awesome creator that believes that we can do anything. And he's given us the bravery and the courage to step out and do whatever is in front of us with boldness and with confidence. And so that's the biggest thing about belief for me is I believe we're all here for a purpose. I believe there's no mistake that we're on this call tonight. I believe that there's no mistake we're on the teams we're on, with the people that we are with, to learn from and grow with. And I just believe it's such a gift. I was looking at my team and how much it's grown, and the ebbs and flows we've been through, the people that we have lost to other companies, and the people who have stepped up and become leaders. And it's just this most incredible journey that I want to make sure we appreciate. And we understand that it's not by any mistake. And so we have been through deployments. My husband, since we moved here, we moved and went to Summit. We went to Summit my first full year during a move. Like, we were the Clampets. We lived at the hotel and we would run downstairs to get stuff out of our car because we had forgotten like socks and stuff would fall out. And then we got to Florida and my husband had a 7-month deployment and we hadn't lived here very long. And he was home for about a year and then he left for a year and I had 2 teenagers, puppies, house, all of the things, running a business. And in a new place, in a strange place. And it's not easy, you guys. These seasons of life that we go through can really rock you and they can knock you down. But they teach you a lot at the same time. So we've been through illness. We've been through kids having some really major issues in school and with friends. We've been through loss. And like I said, we've been through marriage issues because it's hard to be away from someone for that long without communication while one's running a house and while one's serving. It's difficult. None of it's easy. And I'm sure we all have our hard things that we go through and we question, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing it right? Could I be doing more? And I just wanted to kind of tell you guys and instill in you this belief that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And it's our choice to rise up and believe that there is a purpose to everything and there's a lesson in everything and that we can use it in our business to connect with somebody, to tell a story, to reach out, to make connections. And if we're really real, we are going to reach out and change lives because of what we've been through, because of these ups and downs in life and in our business and what we learn. And I just don't think that there's any mistake to any of it. And I think that belief comes as you take each step and learn a new lesson along the way. Last year was super hard. Super, super hard. One of the hardest years we've ever been through as a family and as a team. And I could either just say, forget it all, or I could say, you know what, I've learned a lot. And I'm so thankful for the people who have been with me on this journey. And I can find joy and new goals and new excitement in seeing them hit their goals. And I can find new belief and new opportunities to lead and helping them hit their goals. And you find new ways to rise up and have new dreams. And it's just one of the coolest things. And it's a joy to be able to sit here and tell your story, because you get connected with all of the blessings, but you also connected with all the energy and the motion that led you to this opportunity and led you to where you are right now. So no matter where you are, you have to believe that this opportunity is so unique and so special, and it really is available to everybody. I've looked at people and been like, I will never, ever, ever achieve what they have. And then I've just done the simple things and gotten there and gone past it. The first year, and I'll end with this, I was asked, what's your biggest goal in this business? And I was like a qualifying 2-star coach, just so excited to like be a coach and to be helping my family finally and knocking out our debt. And I said, oh my gosh, 5-star would be like the biggest thing ever. I would love that. And he was like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure you can do more. And that was the year that our team grew and really started to gel. And that was the year we hit top 10. And we ended as a 7-star team. And then in the next 4 months, we got to 15-star. Belief is something that is infectious, because if one person believes and another person believes and they see someone succeeding and they can see someone else, and it is just one of those things that catches on like wildfire. I hope that you believe in yourself and you believe that, gosh, you are incredible. You are here for a purpose, and you have so much to give people, especially with your story and with every ounce of, gosh, just your passion and your excitement in this business and in life. And oh my gosh, I did not stick to anything, but that's usually how this goes, right? Like you get excited about something and you just start talking.
It's so good though. Like that's what we need, is we just need that raw emotion and that raw, stories. And it's just such a blessing to hear from you, Lauren. It's so good for all of us to hear from somebody that has been, honestly, it's so good to hear from somebody that has had ups and downs in life and in the business and is here and killing it. And like that to me is just such an amazing thing to like hear from somebody that's had that experience and is here and didn't throw in the towel when you could have, right? Like, and it's really easy. I guess I don't know if easy is the right word, but it might not be as challenging to like have this belief when everything's just going right and growing. And then like you experience like some of the harder things. That's when you really figure out if you believe in what you're doing. That's when you really start to learn like, oh, okay, so God has called me here, but it's not really easy right now. So is he calling me out? Or is this just like something I'm supposed to endure? And that's when we grow and we really figure out our place. And so I love that you spoke from such an amazing raw place of truth tonight too. And that was really, that I know for myself, that was extremely beneficial to hear and encouraging, super encouraging. Did you guys have any questions for Lauren? I know everybody's kind of like in awe, but did you guys have any questions about anything in what she said or anything that you want to add? I know that was encouraging. Jess, did you have anything you wanted to add to that? Okay, you were close. So maybe she wants to say something. Okay, cool. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for your time And thank you for the gift of speaking to us tonight, because I know like just all like the amazing takeaways. Oh yes, everyone's like, loved it, thank you. So yes, it was such a blessing to have you on tonight. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
yes, I look forward to chatting with you even more.
Yes.
But yes, it's always a gift to hear from somebody that is okay with just being transparent. So yes, you're loved, girl. Thank you guys so much. Love you all, and thank you for being on the call tonight. And Lauren, we'll chat. I'm excited to be on your call in a couple weeks. We'll chat about that. But you guys have a wonderful evening, and yeah, you are loved. Oh, you know what? Anybody that's still on, I know I kind of like said bye, but anybody that's still on, I'm just gonna pray for us tonight. If that's your jam, stay on. If it's not, or you have to go, no big deal. Go do your thing. Okay. Father God, I just thank you so much for this incredible group of team members from multiple different teams that just got to come together tonight and just hear just about the amazing opportunity that we can have when we just learn to trust and that you have for our lives. And so I just thank you for what you're doing in and through this. And God, I just pray for that belief to just to continue to grow within us. I pray that, God, I pray for blessing over everybody that's here and all of our team members. I pray that you protect us as we go, and that you just continue to use us every single day. Use us to be a light for you. Use us maybe initially with the door opening with fitness, and God, use us even so much deeper than that. We just love you, and we thank you for all that you do. In your name, amen. Amen. All right, guys, have a wonderful, blessed week, and we'll talk soon. Have a good night, guys. Bye.